Houston Sports Talk back at another video day, and today the Houston Astros beat the New York Mets on opening day 3-1. The Houston Astros have 2 straight years of losing on opening days after having a 10-game winning streak on opening day. Finally, are back in the win column on opening day, and for the first time, Framber Valdez, when the Astros pitch an opening day. The last couple years they've lost both games, and the Astros get in the win column with Framber Valdez pitching in Houston on opening day. So it's great to see that. I want to say this was his 4th opening day game pitched, and I think he won the first against the Angels. I believe he was the opening day starter. I know Justin Verlander wasn't that year. He was, because he started the 3rd game. I think the year in Los Angeles was Framber, Javier, and Verlander the first 3 games. And then his first start at Minute Maid Park on opening day was against the White Sox, and they lost that one. I mean, he pitched great in that game, but the Astros offense only put up 1 run in that game. And then last year, I'm not going to say all the blame was on Valdez, but he did have some struggles last year against the Yankees, and the Astros lost that game. So he's had back-to-back years in Houston when it was still Minute Maid Park, where the Astros have both lost in both those games, and so now he gets that Astros record even at 2-2 on opening day, and his first ever win in Houston on opening day. So great to see it. Look, this is the only game I really questioned that the Astros, for the Astros to win in this series, because I didn't want to go ahead and be, cocky and say the Astros would go ahead and get a sweep in this series, because I really like the Astros' chances tomorrow on Friday and on Saturday against this Mets team with the pitching matchups you will see, where the Astros, who have success against guys like Miguel and Griffin Canning, I'm excited to see that. And with the Astros, you have Hunter Brown and Arrighetti on the mound. I honestly, going into this series, I predicted the Astros would lose this game and then win Friday and Saturday, because the Astros to sweep this series. Because last year I got a little bit cocky with the Yankees. I said that the Yankees opening day series, the Astros would take 3 of 4, and then they got swept in 4 games. So this was really the only game I questioned, and the Astros were able to go out here today and get a win. You love to see it. So 3-1. 3-1 is the final score. 1-0 for the Astros now, and now 161 more games until they're 160 down. I'm just kidding. That's obviously a joke. I'd love to see this team get 100 wins though, but we'll see if that's can happen. And the one thing I said today in my preview for the season was the key for the Astros in the regular season is getting off to a hot start. You haven't seen that in the last couple seasons. Through the last 2 seasons, through 20 games, the Astros have not had over 500 record. Last year, they didn't reach over 500 until it was about June or July, and first game of the season, not even in April yet, and the Astros are already over 500. I know it's only game 1, but it's a lot better than it was last year, because they didn't reach over 500 until like the beginning of July or something like that. All right, so 3. Look, they didn't play that. Look, offensively, getting into offensive stats, offense wasn't that amazing today. 3-1 is the final score. 7 hits for the Astros, 6 for the Mets. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't amazing. I thought the Astros left way too many runners on base today, but it's another story. The Mets did have 1 error. The Astros had 0. But that was one thing. It was like they played clean defensively. Framber Valdez put up some great numbers today. 7 innings, 4 hits, only given up 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Got the win, looked amazing. Clay Holmes looked solid. I mean, he didn't look terrible. He went 4 2/3, get 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. And then save goes to Josh Hader. He looked bad, but was able to, get the last couple outs. Last inning, the 9th, gave 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. It was not pretty at all for Josh Hader, but he got through it. And then scoring summary, Jake Myers, who, look, last year, made a big emergence on opening day, hit a home run for the Astros opening day. Today, the Astros not hitting any home runs. It ends a 11-game streak against the New York Mets hitting home runs. And I know the last couple opening days, the Astros have hit a home run. I mean, last year, Jake hit one. Year before, Jordan hit one. I don't remember. I know the Astros did hit a couple home runs on opening day against the Angels. I know they did against the Athletics. Going back around, 4, maybe 5 opening days, the Astros have hit home runs, so that streak ends as well. But Jake Myers was amazing last year's opening day, hit a home run. He had another really good opening day. So it started off when he had a, ground out fielder's choice to shortstop for an RBI, his first RBI of the season, and it was 1-0. And then Yainer Diaz hits an RBI single to center. Pareja scored, and Walker to second. It's 2-0. And then Jeremy Pena with a ground out to fielder's grounded into a fielder's choice to shortstop. Walker scored on throwing error by second baseman Acuna. Diaz out at second. Pena to second, 3-0. So the Astros only scored 3 runs today. 2 of them were off of fielder's choices. And one of them wasn't even an RBI. Jake's was an RBI, but Pena didn't get an RBI for that since there was the error on Acuna. But yeah, Lindor hit a sacrifice fly in the 9th inning to make it 3-1. That was it for the scoring in this game. There's only 3-1. Go to individual batting. Jose Altuve 1 for 4, struck out in his first 2 at bats, and then singled to center in the 4th inning. Struck out in the 6th. I mean, it wasn't a great day for Jose Altuve. But here was the positive thing that we didn't expect. Looked good in left field today. We'll see how long it is between, where maybe we start seeing mistakes there. I hope not. But great start for Altuve in left field. Okay. Isaac Pareja, didn't look amazing. Had a walk in the 3rd. First inning lined out to left. 4th inning grounded into double play. 7th inning struck out swinging. But in his 4 plate appearances, he saw 23 pitches. So, was averaging almost 6 pitches seen per at-bat or plate appearance. So, I thought he looked solid. You're going to see him. It's going to take a minute, I think, for him to get a little bit comfortable. He made some contact, though. Yordan Alvarez, 0 for 2 today, had 2 walks in the 1st and 7th inning, grounded it out to second and struck out looking in the 3rd. His first opening day ever in his career with not a hit. Christian Walker, the new Astro, did look solid, though. Single to left in the 3rd inning to get Pareja to second. He also scored a run in this game, and that was it for him, for the new Astros first baseman. Yainer Diaz went 1 for 3 today. He had a single to center in the 3rd inning that scored Isaac and had a walk in the 5th inning, so 1 for 3 for Yainer. And JP went 1 for 3 today. He was hit by pitch in the 2nd inning. He had the fielder's choice, which he reached base in the 3rd inning, flied out to right in the 5th inning, and had a single to center in the 8th inning. So a single, a fielder's choice that helped the Astros score a run, and he reached base on that, and then hit by pitch. So 1 for 3 for JP. No RBI on the fielder's choice, but yeah. And then here was a big story for the Astros today. Cam Smith, 1 for 3, single to right, Pena to 3rd. Cam Smith with his first major league hit of his career. His next 2 at-bats will be groundouts to shortstop and pitcher. And here's the thing I like. Bringing in Chas McCormick late in game in the 8th inning to come in and replace Cam Smith defensively. That's a great move by Joe Espada there. You obviously don't want Chas McCormick to get a bunch of at-bats. He only had 1 today. He had a sacrifice to 3rd that got Pena to 2nd, which was a smart play by Chas McCormick. But you like to see that where, Chas McCormick, ends up coming in late in the game to play defensively right field. He's not amazing defensively. He's good. But he's just, to me, Cam Smith did have a little bit of an ugly play today defensively in right field. Outside of that, I think he looked fine. But I think defensively later in a game, 8th and 9th inning, you'd rather probably see Chas McCormick in right field defensively than Cam Smith, and I like that the Astros did that. Brendan Rodgers didn't look amazing in his Astros debut. He walked in his first at-bat, but that was key for the Astros inning because that inning they scored a run. Smith had hit the single, then Rodgers gets the walk that puts him on base, puts Cam Smith on base, and then it leads to the Astros scoring a run in that inning, that 2nd inning. So that was key for the Stros. But outside of that, struck out twice, flight out to right. I'm very confident the Astros. You will see Maurice Audubon in second base tomorrow. No Brendan Rodgers. Jake Myers, I thought, was probably the best player in the lineup today. 2 for 4. He had a fielder's choice in his first at-bat that, he was an RBI. 4th inning, single to center. 6th inning, single to left. And then an 8th inning ground at the shortstop and was the only Astro today with multiple hits. Outside of Framber Valdez pitching, it was rough. It was really rough. Brian Abreu in the 8th inning gave 3 walks and had a strikeout. And then Josh Hader pitched the ninth inning, and I gave it 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. This is crazy right here. Framber Valdez in his 7 innings pitched 90 pitches, and then Josh Hader and Brian Abreu only 2 innings, 60. They were way past half of what Valdez threw in 2 innings compared to Valdez's 7 innings. So, look, I don't think there were a lot of bright spots in this game outside of Framber Valdez. Amazing pitching. Jake Myers, really, really good offensive game. And Cam Smith being able to get his first knock. And then I guess I would say Jose Altuve also looking positive in left field and not being a disaster. But outside of that, this wasn't a beautiful game for the Astros team. This was a beautiful performance by Framber Valdez, and great help from guys like Cam Smith and Jake Myers and Yainer Diaz offensively. Let me know your thoughts on the Astros 3-1 win in the comment section, and peace out. Go Stros.